puts him away.
I've got to say, he was never ever going to catch that, David Mead. He was all over the shot, and in the end, I think caught it on his fingertips. Look at this, it's up, can't get anywhere near his chest. He gets it outstretched with one hand underneath.
James inside the 30, and they've used 3 tackles now, as Harrison, who reminds me that Origin is not far away either. And then for Scott Prince to go to Bird on the right side, and here is Bodine Thompson. Thompson just on his own side of halfway. Played the ball interrupted by the Parramatta player.
I can't give you both of them.
And so it's a penalty going to the Titans.
Yeah, you've not released quick enough, but then you just laid it.
Yeah, Nathan Friend played this pretty well. He made sure that he allowed time for the ball to come in contact with Hindmarsh, because he knows that Hindmarsh is in the wrong place. He just makes no effort, pushes him over. He could have got to it if he wanted to, but he milked the penalty nicely. First 32 minutes of the game, Gold Coast looked the more likely. I'm not saying Parramatta can't win. If Gold Coast were playing with confidence, I think they win handsomely, but they've still got their own demons to exercise, haven't they?
James on an inside passage off a ball from Prince. 25 out. Tacklers were Ben Smith and Shane Shackleton. Now for Scott Prince, goes to the line. Harrison's there, Friend is there. Now with James. And James is ridden by Hindmarsh into the ground. 10 metres out from the line. Played, and danger again for Parramatta. Prince goes short to Ridge. And Wasili it is that's got the ball. And knock on will be called because Parramatta doesn't get an advantage.
Well, that's key defence there. If they'd have conceded points getting up close to half-time, then it would have been a very difficult second 40 coming up. A big part of the game today is dealing with adversity, and if you get a tough call against you and end up having to defend consecutive sets, the good sides will handle it. Parramatta didn't the last time they got one, but the knock-on against Daniel Mortimer, that time they handled it well defensively.
Back up, boys.
Just over 6 minutes of the first half to go. I mentioned that Parramatta travels next Sunday, it is, to Cogra to play St George Illawarra, and you people from the Gold Coast, you are playing at home next weekend to the Sydney Roosters. This is Jordan Atkins up the middle with good meters. Harrison low, Bird up the top. James will have to hurry up and get off there. And Wasili it is that comes away for Parramatta. With that left knee heavily strapped. And here's Horrow. He's good, isn't he? Horrow. And he's 5 metres from halfway. Played back to Maguire. Into the hands of Mortimer. Right foot kick down between fullback and wing. It might go dead. It won't go dead. Capewell has got it. And Capewell comes 10 away, and down there was all good in the 16 jumper.
There's a lot of things about Parramatta they're doing well here today. Some of their football is really clinical and nicely polished, but it's just that lack of spark in try-scoring positions that probably doesn't get them reward.
Strong meters there by Matthew White.
We heard that Casey Maguire had been called offside, so he ran straight at him. Cut out pass there from Scott Prince, well read by Wasili.
So Tonga it is on his own red line. And there's Scott Prince kicking from inside the 40. It's gone straight to Luke Burt. And Burt outside the 20, outside the 30. Ran straight through. Well, Ryan James led with a shoulder. And that's what happens when they misfire. And now the 5 is Atkins. They played the ball on the halfway line. Back for Mortimer, now for Horrow, then for Loco. The try scorer for Parramatta, the 18-year-old, Jacob Loco. Playing it on the 40-metre line. Maguire. Then for Mortimer to go in to Shackleton. Shackleton taken by Ridge. He and James with a fair crop of hair. Maguire behind Hindmarsh, and then Robson, and he couldn't give it to Ben Smith, who was in front of him. But the half plays the ball on the last, and Mortimer gets time to put a comfortable kick across. The leapers on, and David Mead wins the jump, and there's a shoulder on the line. So it's going to come away and go infield 20 metres.
Oh, that's great work from Jordan Atkins. Realised that he could still go ahead with the tackle on David Mead and keeps the momentum. Well, there's a lot of momentum. It looked like it had finished, but it was okay for the referee. He felt that he was still able to push the man.
So close to half-time and close to the Gold Coast try line. Parramatta with a really good opportunity. Here's Mortimer. Now Loco taken by Ridge and Capewell. And a penalty goes against the third tackler. It was a flop. The final tackle, I think it was Zillman. So now Moi, who's come back for a second session late in the first half. He was brilliant early on. Maguire to Hindmarsh, and Hindmarsh tries to burrow his way through. He's held a few metres out from the line. Maguire again away. Oh, Robson knocks on. So the chance that was a real chance is gone.
I feel sorry for him. I really do. You know, so much criticism and everyone highlighting the lack of creativity in these two halves, that their head must be spinning when they get close to the line. They must have a lot of thoughts going through their mind, and should we do it this way? Should I do it that way? And every now and then they just come up with one of these fumbles, and oh dear. I think they just need to clear their head and relax a little bit. It'll be much easier for them.
Well said. Well said. Of all the clubs that you would aspire to form a career at as a number 7 or a 6, there would be no more difficult club than Parramatta to do it at. The benchmark was set very high, and therein lies one of Parramatta's legacies, really. This is James.
Well, they haven't had a halfback since, have they?
No, I know, but he set the benchmark very high. Oh, it's gone to ground off Harrison. I thought off his head, but he got a hand on it.
I think it qualifies as a Falcon, Ray.
You think so?
I think.
Self-inflicted, I think. I think he gets his hands to it and then dolts it in his head.
It's been that kind of game, hasn't it? Both sides, you can sort of tell from their performance that they haven't started the season well, and they're trying to find their way, and there's almost hesitation in a lot of their play. As Parramatta win the scrum, minute and a half to go, Mortimer corralled.
Right on the halfway line.
They remind me of a bloke learning to dance, and all he's doing is watching his own feet. He's not listening to the music. And I think that's what the Parramatta halves need. They need a bit of music in the background.
You sound like Fred Astaire or somebody. Now it's gone away, and quickly from Bird, it's beautiful football, ready on, Wasili down towards the corner. Wasili is tackled 10 metres out. Ridge was the tackler. Lovely stuff along the Parramatta backline. Here's the kick by Robson. Bird is there, but he's gone. It's finished up coming down anyway for Parramatta.
He's got it back.
Robson has scored the try. Well, has he scored the try? There's players in need of attention.
Well, he was onside.
Just have a look at what happens here as well, but I think that's okay.
He's kicked the football, so he's onside. They're going to have a look at the collision here. Luke Burt was in prime position to take advantage of the kick, but it's hit the post. Everybody's onside. And then Robson follows through. Burt gets in behind the defence. Climbs side, hits the post. I'm not quite sure what we're looking at. That's got nothing to do with the try. So Jeff Robson scores under the posts.
Well, what's wrong with it?
Well, there's nothing wrong with it.
They probably thought there might have been some obstruction there, but what happened? It's a try for Parramatta right on half-time. What happened? David Mead came across in defence as Luke Burt sailed through the air. And, of course, the target or the lure, it was taken off the radar by the uprights. Is it ever? So it's a converted try for Jeff Robson, who's been tackling his guts out in the first half. 12-10 the score in favour of the Gold Coast Titans on Sunday football on Easter Sunday.